Welcome to our final session in this segment of measures of performance. Now, by this time, we should be able to do these learning objectives, to understand these learning objectives, to name those 5 approaches to measuring performance, identify and describe the techniques used in each approach, and describe the pros and cons of each approach using the evaluation. Now, as a reminder, the 5 approaches are comparative attribute, results, behavioral, and equality. The quality approach now. For quality, we are talking about improving customer satisfaction being the primary goal of the quality approach. So not only do we want to be able to meet the results, we also want to be able to do it in a way that puts an emphasis on the assessment of both the person and the system. Managers and employees solving performance problems, and internal and external customers involved in setting some of those standards. And there is a use of multiple sources to evaluate the person and the system. So the 2 fundamental characteristics of the quality approach are a customer orientation and a prevention approach to error. The quality management approach to performance management suggests that the major focus should be to provide employees with feedback about the areas in which they can improve. So the manager's responsibility is to pave the way for the employees to be able to do their work and to provide them the information that they would be able to need. So this total quality management approach to performance management is a cooperative form of doing business that relies on the talents and capabilities of both the workers and managers. So there is a subjective performance evaluation. Feedback should be based on such dimensions as cooperation, attitude, initiative, and you can recall that some of these sound very much like the attribute approach. Performance evaluations, however, need to include discussions of the employee's career path. They should avoid providing an overall evaluation and should not be linked to compensation at all. Compensation rates in this approach should be based on prevailing market rates of pay and not on performance. The objective side of the performance evaluation feedback is where it provides a statistical process, quality control technique that will provide the employees with an objective tool to identify the causes of their problems and potential solutions. So it uses charts like the Pareto chart, the cause and effect diagrams, process flows, so that employees would be able to solve their own problems and to identify solutions that would be able to help them. To evaluate the quality approach, we recognize that it relies primarily on a combination of the attribute and results approaches to performance measurement. It adopts a systems-oriented focus in which traditional performance systems focus on individual employee performance. Some companies don't like the idea that quality should and the quality appraisal should not be tied to compensation. However, the quality approach advocates evaluation of personal traits that are difficult to relate to performance unless the company uses a team structure. So I wanted to be able to put this slide up really just because when we're talking about measuring performance approaches, our measurement tools are these 5: strategic congruence, validity, reliability, acceptability, and specificity. When it is that you have to be able to evaluate any performance management system or measurement tool, then we would be asking that you look at those things to make an evaluation as to whether you consider they would be poor, they would be high, they would be medium, and so for you to make an assessment as to how it is that you consider that performance approaches measure up. And that's the end of session 4 for performance management.